Good morning. Okay, since learning about data distribution and outliers, we can now start to distribute this data in certain ways. And in the last video, we talked about a dot plot or a line plot in order to distribute that data. And today, we're going to talk about histograms and box plots. So histograms, as you've probably seen before, have boxes. Well, if I can get my pen to work, that kind of look like this. Okay, that are representing data. So this is a histogram. So we're going to look at a large set of data, and we're going to determine how we want our histogram to look. So step one, we need to find the difference between the greatest and least values. So looking at this data set, I already see that 15 seems to be my lowest value. So this is my minimum. Okay? And then my maximum looks to be about 44. So 44 is my max. So what is the difference between 44 and 15? Okay, let me get a calculator. The difference being about 29, okay? So you can try different bandwidths. There's really not a wrong or right way to do this, but the bandwidth is basically going to be, you can have it going from 5 or 10, depending on how you want to do that. But usually you would use the difference to be able to determine this. And something I noticed is that the difference is close to 30. So I think what I would like to do would be have it in intervals of 10. So let's create a frequency table doing that. So for our milliliters per gallon, let's go from 15 to 25. And then let's do 26 to, what would be the next, 35. And then 36 to 45. Okay, so we're doing a frequency table. You'll need to see how many times this comes up in your data set. So how many numbers do I have going from 15 to 25? So let's see. I'm going to start at the beginning of my data. So let's start with 26. Well, 26 is going to fall in this category. So I'll just put a 1 there. 28 will fall in this category. 32 will fall in this category. 33 here. 26 here. 15 will start in this category. 21. 35. And so you notice what I'm doing here. 17, 18, 25, 29, 30, 26, 27, 30, 24, 25, 24, 32, 25, 31, 28, 23, 27, 23, 24, 20, 38. Oh, so now we have one in this bottom. 44, and then 18. So we now have the frequency of each of our intervals. So now we can create a histogram. So going back to our first interval, 15 to 25. And we have 14 values in that set. So from 15 to 25, we have 14 values. Okay, so that's one bar. 26 to 35, we have 15. And then 36 to 45, we only have 2. Okay, so this is what our histogram for this set of data would look like. Okay, so now let's move on to making a box plot. So in a box plot, there's a few more things that you have to do. You have to identify key numbers because that's what's going to make your box. So you'll need to know these 5 key numbers. Your minimum. So if we're looking at this data set, it's already in order. So we know our minimum is 3. Our maximum is 20. Our median, so they are already in order, and we're going to find the middle number. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that makes it easy. 2, 3, 4, 5. So 10 is going to be our median. Quartile 1 is the median of the lower half. So the median of these numbers, which would be 6. And then quartile 3 would be the median of the upper half, which would be 14. Okay, so now we have those 5 key factors, and then we're going to plot those numbers on a number line. So we can start with 3. Let's go in 2s. Let me erase that. Let's start with 2 and go in 2s. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Okay, so we plot those 5 numbers on a number line. We're going to draw a box so that the sides go through quartile 1 and quartile 3. So quartile 1 was 6, so that's going to be the side of my box. And quartile 3 was 14, so that's another side of my box. And we're going to draw a line through the median inside that box. So my median is actually 10, so that's going to be inside the box. Draw a line through that line, through the median, and connect the box to the minimum and the maximum value. So our minimum value was 3. So we'll just draw a line to 3, and then our maximum value being 20. So we'll draw a line to 20. And that is your box plot. Okay? So far you've learned how to draw a histogram and a box plot using those key factors necessary for both. Okay? All right.